Good morning and welcome to the first warm weather High Sierra adventure of 2024. I'm back on the east side and I couldn't be more psyched. I'm at Pine Creek Canyon for a little bit of rock climbing with my good buddy Aaron. We just parked at Lamb Canyon and we're going to be doing some climbing around the 3-hour buttress. Just got to the base of our first route. This is double stop. It is a 4-pitch bolted 5.6. We want to just kind of get moving, warm up easy. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can do it fast and efficient. I think 5.6 is my favorite grade.
Let's get it. Welcome back everybody to another rock climbing weekend adventure. This was filmed in late April of 2024 on another beautiful spring weekend in the Eastern Sierra. Aaron had been working in Reno all week and really wanted to get out, and I was kind of feeling some mountains and some big rock climbing, so I blasted out of work on Friday, met up with Aaron in Minden, and we were in Bishop by about 11 p.m., had a good sleep, and hit it hard that Saturday morning. Since this was one of our first times climbing this season, we started out mellow on double stop, which is this 4-pitch 5.6, even though the guidebook says it is only 1 pitch, and this was perfect. As you heard me say at the beginning of this, I think 5.6 is my favorite grade, and that's true. I love just kind of romping, moving fast across relatively easy terrain, and that's what this route offered. Solid rock, really secure all the way up, nothing fancy, just a great way to kind of get moving and get ready for an outdoor climbing season. Aaron led the first 2 pitches in one, which was a little over 30 meters, just so you're aware, and once he did that, it was my turn to take over for pitches 3 and 4.
Woo, clean transition on to the 3rd pitch.
Woo.
A beautiful day in California, baby.
Pitch 3 was probably the least inspiring of all these pitches on the route. It's by far the lowest angle. You don't really need or have a lot of handholds, and you're kind of just doing the glorified slab creep where your hands are kind of needed but not really needed for every single move. And this goes on for about 6 or 7 bolts to some chains before a little bulge. This is the beginning of pitch 4, which is probably the money pitch and the reason why you should do this climb. Very easy pull over about a 3-foot ledge gets you onto the final slab section, and all of a sudden you are very aware of the fact that you're about 300 feet above the ground. I have trust issues, especially with my feet when it's early in the climbing season, so this was exciting to say the least. We repelled this route in 3 pitches, but if I were going to do it again, I think I would probably do it in 4. This last pitch kind of doglegs pretty far to the left, and trying to go from the anchor of pitch 4 to the belay of pitch 3, I was probably 60 feet away from where I needed to be, and it was a little precarious to actually get over to the anchor I needed.
Dude, it's granite though. It's granite.
Yeah, dude, it's good, man. It's
oh
really
my
good.
god. I was probably complaining too much about the limestone, but granite's so good.
Like most people would probably, I feel like if you polled most rock climbers, they would prefer limestone.
That, dude. That.
Yeah.
I like solid pieces. I like good, clean little edges. Ow. What an idiot. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just for the record, I was speaking in generalities, and I am also on Team Granite as my favorite rock. Let me know what your favorite type of rock is in the comments.
So we just blasted up and down double stop, went up in 2 pitches and down in 3 rappels. Felt really good just to get moving, get warm, get used to the rock. And our next route is going to be strike slip, which is a 4-pitch 5.8 with a potential 5.10 variation. Just got to the base of strike slip. It starts with this lie back with some bolts and then keeps going all the way up. It's not snake ships.
This is slip stop.
What?
This is slip knot, right?
No, it's not slip knot. Side slip? No.
It's slide slip.
Slide.
Slip slide. It is strike slip.
Strike slip. There we go. All right. You ready?
1 second. Let me get my hands back on the bowl. No, I'm ready to go. Okay. Well, I'm ready. On belay, sir.
Great.
Put them on.
Strike slip was our main objective for the day, and it paid off. I would highly recommend this route. Every pitch was long, had great climbing, and offered spectacular views of Pine Creek Canyon. The first pitch started off with some wide lie backing and was protected by about 3 bolts. Pine Creek is a modern climbing area, and the way that it has been developed should be the gold standard for all other modern climbing areas. Sure, you could probably do the beginning of this route if you had a 5 and a 6, but ain't nobody has the money or the time or the desire to carry that on a long route. So somebody just slapped a couple bolts in, which is totally fine and in line with the ethic, and now way more people can easily and safely enjoy this route. That's what I love about this climbing area. After the wide section, you get some kind of whatever rambliness, and then the last 10 feet, you have two options. I elected to do the variation according to the guidebook, which is go straight up at 5.7, or you can traverse about 10 feet to the left and do what the guidebook says is 5.8, but we thought was a little harder. You can see Aaron pulling through these moves right now, and he was working for it a little bit. This variation felt very out of character with the rest of the route, in my opinion. I don't really understand why you would traverse all the way over to the left and do some way harder moves when you could just kind of go straight up to the anchor. And I don't know if I feel like you have to do this to get full value. After pulling the bulge, it was Aaron's turn to lead pitch 2, which honestly was probably the low light of this whole route. Pitch 2 starts with another bolted slab, which once again is totally okay at Pine Creek. After a couple of those bolts, you end up in this kind of low angle, blocky crack that's really nothing to write home about. The crack was low 5th class, bordering on 4th, and just wasn't very inspiring. It was sandy, dirty, it had some plants. The gear was good, but relatively spaced out. But once again, because it was so easy, it didn't really feel that necessary. And this pitch was really just a better way to get to the pitches up ahead. When it became my turn to lead pitch 3, I had a decision to make. I either could stick to the original route, which is sort of slightly right from the belay, or I could go left and traverse into the third pitch of 3 Hour Buttress, which goes at a bolted 510A. Looking at the actual pitch on the route, it didn't look very inspiring. It looked like right off the belay you had some very balancy moves that looked a little harder than 5.8 on some slightly marginal gear, and I just really wasn't feeling that. I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. I liked the security of the bolts, and the position on the arete seemed pretty cool, and it certainly did not disappoint. My only complaint about this pitch is that it's too short. It's 4 bolts, maybe 30-40 feet, and you really just want it to go on forever. You start by traversing out left onto the arete proper, and you start feeling that exposure, which is rad. And then the pitch really comes down to about only one hard move of about 510A. After doing some, reasonable moves on good feet, pretty good hands, it kind of just gets thin on you for a brief moment. You kind of gotta trust a pretty small kind of dime size edge, move off some crimps, grab something you can't quite tell how good it is. But eventually you'll get a pretty nice flat hold, and then you can kind of get your feet on the crimps that you originally pulled on, and then it's basically over. The last 15 feet are pretty easy as it kind of just rolls over onto the belay. But check out this positioning. Aaron looks like a hero right now, and this is why you should climb this route. It is just stellar, just feeling that air below you, climbing, beautiful day, blue sky. You can smell those juniper berries on the floor of the desert. Like, this is why you come to the Sierra. This is why it has world-class climbing, mountaineering, all the outdoor recreation opportunities. Just love climbing here.
It's like a one move 5.9.
Yeah, I like that.
Definitely like 5. Like Yosemite 5.8.
Aaron then took the lead on the last pitch to bring this route home. This fourth pitch is very long, goes at about 5'8", and is considered to be the money pitch of the climb, and it certainly did not disappoint. It is a fairly continuous hand-to-fist crack that just goes and goes and goes forever. What I really liked about it is that it was kind of a choose-your-own-adventure style of route. If you want to jam the crack all the way up, get your feet in there, do whatever you want to do, you totally can. But there's also plenty of opportunities for comfortable stances, using face holds, etc. Aaron and I both climbed this very, very differently. He is much more of a trad dad, and he loves jamming anytime he can. I'm warming up to jamming, but foot jams I still hate, and I was able to climb this pitch with no mandatory foot jams, which I was very proud of, whereas Aaron was using them left and right. All in all, this pitch was a great way to wrap up a phenomenal climb. I would highly recommend it. This climb is a very easy approach and offers hundreds of feet of exceptionally high quality climbing. If you had a half a day, you could definitely make this climb happen, and I would certainly recommend this route if you were looking for a moderate mixed climb.
Yeah, let me make one more move.
We rappelled this route in 4 rappels with a 70-meter rope with no drama, and got to the floor of the valley and enjoyed the rest of our day in the Eastern Sierra.
Wait, did you? I don't have any of them yet. So here we are at the top of pitch 4. Really nice exposure. Great spot.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, and it doesn't get better than this. Look at this, Mount Tom over there. A little bit of snow in the White Mountain Range. Love being in the Sierra. And as the sun sets in the canyon, we are going to call it a day. We ended up getting 10 pitches, got 4 in that 5.6, 4 in that 5.8, and then we did just 2 single pitches afterwards that I did not film. But that was an unbelievable day. Love Pine Creek. The rock is impeccable. Grades are very fair. There's bolts where you need them, good gear everywhere. Like, this is a modern climbing area and should be the standard for all other climbing areas. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more adventures like this, because we are just getting started. There's a lot of summer and there's going to be a lot of adventuring coming up, and I hope to see you on another adventure.